All right, welcome back to another show here. Again, my name is Chris Melendez, and I'm a New York State licensed realtor with North Shore Properties Realty. But also, I am the realtor for first responders and members of the military through the HeroesAgents.com program that we have here in New York. Because of that, and because we knew a lot of guys were retiring, we decided to develop the Hero Reload program, which is what this show is about. With my good friend here, Chris DeCanchuk, all the way from South Carolina, recently retired from the New York City Fire Department, like myself. How are you, pal?
What's up, y'all?
What's
Got to
going
get
on?
my South Carolina accent
You
going.
getting that? It's funny
I'm
because
getting it.
I was talking to you off air, and I was like, man, you don't sound the same. You sound different. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. I'm trying to get all the lingo. Definitely got the yes or no,
Right,
ma'am thing going, but the y'all's a little tough, and just trying to get my
right.
accent. Plus, I got a little look going. I'm trying to get the beard in.
I like it.
Got my hair. I'm trying to grow out my hair. I don't know what I'm doing.
I like it. I like it. Anyway, I want to start the show off by, obviously a lot of things are going on in the world as we speak. And I want to just make sure that we send our best wishes to our military members, the men and women of the armed forces that are getting deployed to that region in Europe. Be careful, stay safe. Again, all this nonsense could have been avoided if it wasn't for our self-serving politicians in Washington who are self-serving and never put us first as Americans. So again, I don't want to get political, but the bottom line is, no matter what, no matter who you back politically, we always have to support our members of the military, and we hope that they stay safe.
Well said. Well said.
That's enough. Anyway, we move on now. So, like as I mentioned, with everything going on, especially with inflation and uh, you see these headlines about foreclosures and how this is a housing bubble. In the last week, I had several friends ask me, "Oh, I'm gonna wait till the market crash. I'm gonna wait for foreclosures," and I keep telling them, I go, "You're gonna be waiting a long, long time." So I wanted to share this screen. I'm gonna share my screen here for a second, and I just put this up on my blog, and it's a great article, and I'm gonna link it to the comment section of this video. I want to link it, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the title is Four Simple Graphs Showing Why This Is Not a Housing Bubble. And it goes on and it explains through graphs, the affordability index from 2007 to today. Also, it goes on to express that because of the lending standards after the last crash, many people are not going to foreclose on their home because of the tight lending standards. So if you're looking for that to happen in that area, it's not going to happen anytime soon. Also, if you look at the foreclosure situation, all my friends are like, even my investors, we have investors that are like, they can't even buy anything right now because there really isn't that many foreclosures on the market. So this is the foreclosure situation from the days of the housing crash back in 2007 through 2010, and it gives you a comparison of the foreclosures from then till now. And as you can see, we are way, way, way below. So I just wanted to mention this really quick because it really gives an understanding. Actually, I'm going to read this quote because it's very interesting. The fact that foreclosure starts to decline despite hundreds of thousands of borrowers exiting the CARES Act mortgage forbearance program over the last few months, it is very encouraging. Um, it suggests that forbearance equals foreclosures. Narrative was incorrect. So I just want to put that out there. Again, if you want to read the whole article, I'm going to link it to the comment section of this video. But we're going to go on and talk about why we developed the Hero Reload program. And it was basically, it's a very stressful situation, as Chris can tell you, when you relocate from New York to South Carolina, and you need someone who has a lot of information of the area, someone who has boots on the grounds, who has all the information that you may need, and who's basically a fireman, a first responder like yourself. Obviously, people like to do business with people they can relate to, which is why we developed this program. So, Chris, tell us about the area that we're going to be tackling today.
So today we're going to be talking about my area, Mount Pleasant, which is in Charleston County. I personally fell in love with this area in 2018 when me and my wife went to downtown Charleston, stayed there for the first time, and just fell in love with the downtown area. Very super, super clean. Very upbeat, lot of hotels, restaurants to go to, a lot of things to do downtown, and just the atmosphere was just awesome. Everything was very historic down there too. And then we started exploring all the areas on the outskirts of the downtown Charleston area, West Ashley, Mount Pleasant, the Somerville area. And we always came back to the area where I live in, which is Carolina Park, which is in Mount Pleasant.
Right.
It's kind of like on the outskirts of Mount Pleasant, but we don't know why. We always came to this community, and I'll just show you just a quick little blip of the community and what it has to offer. We have Olympic-sized swimming pool. They're actually building a secondary pool. We have tennis courts. We have Bolton Lake, which is in Riverside. It's another section of Carolina Park. But everything is just super new, super clean. Riverside I like a lot, but that's really going to be now in the price range of, I'd say, probably $1 million and up at this point. Yeah, the pricing in my area has gone up tremendously. And I'll just show you also where the pricing is in Mount Pleasant, or in Charleston County anyway. So in Charleston County, we went from, let's see, January 2021. This is an average sale price of $417,000. Fast forward to January, we're at $450,000. So we're still up from January 417. We're up to $450,000. Now this is all of Charleston County. This is a huge, huge area, and I can even show you too the area of Charleston County. But what I thought this was interesting is that in December 21, we're at 496. We dropped down to 450. This is pretty normal as you get into the winter months, quote unquote, winter months here. It's not at peak season, so you do tend to have that drop off. If you see January 21, you dropped off to 400 in February. But as you see, as the spring comes, it just starts creeping up. And I also think that has a lot to do with the lack of inventory that we have here in the Charleston area. Even our entire MLS, the inventory is super, super low. So I'll show you the inventory here. See where I can get it. Inventory.
Now that's pretty. That's a pretty price. It's a lot pricier than the area that we covered last week, correct? The Somerville area.
Yeah. So this whole Charleston area has just blown up. Like I said, I think it was like 40%, 30% equity in my home, and I didn't even get through my first year in the home yet. But this is all of Charleston County. We have right now 411 available. I just checked our entire MLS. Last week, it was at 1,023. Now it's at 996. So inventory is continuing to drop. And again, it's the supply and demand. It's just hurting. We have tons of buyers who want to move into the area and just not a lot of inventory. But Charleston County extends all the way down to Keywood, to Seabrook Island, all the way to Allendore and McClellanville. So this whole area is where 411 homes are available. Just a quick map of where we are. Here's downtown Charleston. Okay. And Mount Pleasant is just north of Charleston. Now, 17 is from, if you folks are from Long Island, it's kind of like I kind of compare it to like a Sunrise Highway. Only thing is, this goes north and south as opposed to east and west. So I'm trying to get my directions squared away because I'm always confused. But my area is literally right in here. This area right in here is Carolina Park, and this whole area here is the Riverside. So this whole area is Carolina Park. You have the Villages where I'm at, and you have Riverside, which is the opposite side. And you're about 25 minutes to downtown Charleston. You have the world famous Wando High School, which everyone wants. Wando High School. It's a very good high school. My son's is in there now. And then you are about 25 minutes to Isle of Palms Beach, which also connects to Sullivan's Island. And you can also go about 50 minutes away to Folly Beaches right here. Those are the closest 3 beaches. So where I'm at, we have a lot of things to do. I know Boone Hall Plantation's got a lot of great tours. Pretty close to Patriots Point, where you can visit the USS Yorktown and do tours there. You have Fort Sumter here, National Park. It's actually pretty cool. They got like some old cannons and some old battlefields and like what do they call those? The rock walls. I'm having a brain fart here.
The
forts, fort, right? It's right there in the freaking name, Fort something. But yeah, you got the forest that you can kind of explore and everything like that. So there's a lot of things to do in Mount Pleasant. That's one of the reasons why we chose this area. You're pretty close proximity to everything, and you're about 25 minutes to down to the Charleston Airport.
Awesome. And as you mentioned, the inventory is very low as well here in New York, in Long Island, particularly in Suffolk County. I just checked the um, the inventory for Suffolk and Nassau. Nassau is down by 19% year over year, and Suffolk County is down 20 point something percent year over year. So there has been a decline in inventory. And as we always mention, we mentioned this during the last show, that inventory was low before the pandemic, and the pandemic just added to it because people were afraid to put their homes on the market and have people, coming through their homes during the whole pandemic. But with that being said, we still haven't caught up, which is why I feel it's like I said, we're not going to see any, the bubble burst in terms of housing. Our price is going to continue to rise as fast as they did before. No, they're gonna continue to rise. They're gonna continue to rise, but at a much decelerated rate. So if you're waiting to buy a house, waiting for the price to drop, just know that they're not going to drop. They're going to decelerate in appreciation, which doesn't mean they're going to, drop in price dramatically. So that's something to, be aware of if you're looking to purchase now. If you wait, you're missing those years of appreciation. So you have to try to tackle that now before interest rates also go up.
Yeah, that's a good point. So in Charleston County, I just looked it up. We are down 57% in inventory from last year. 57%.
Wow, that's even bigger than
And
here.
you're probably well over 200% from 2 years ago.
Wow.
So it's just the inventory has been dropping, and the part of it too is where do people go?
Yeah.
In Charleston County, everything has gone up so much. So yeah, they'll make out on their home sale, but what are they going to purchase? Their minimum purchase is could be $1 million. And I'll just real quick, Chris. I'll show you a listing that you can get in Riverside. This is the next town over from me. Right here, this is a 3,600 square foot home. It doesn't look like it, but this is a 1.3 million. Um, but it's a beautiful home. You got some property. You got a nice sized driveway. And I'm not sure what builder built this home. It was built in 2014. This is one of the older builds in Riverside. They're still building in that area. If you wanted to look at homes, there's multiple builders now that are building in Riverside. But if you just look at some of the finishes, I mean, just absolutely beautiful. You got Corford ceilings, all hardwood floors. You got some shiplap, all gas range, huge kitchen, crown molding.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, some of these homes are really, really nice. So if you want luxury, I mean, Riverside is definitely the way to go. They're also building in Liberty Hill Farms is another big project going on right now in Mount Pleasant. It's Kay Hovenen is the builder, Hovnanian builder,
Right.
I think Hovnanian is the builder there. Another beautiful community that you can purchase in Mount Pleasant. But a lot of these areas are actually all built up, and there's not too much big projects going on in Mount Pleasant. That's kind of drying up a lot of the inventory as well.
Okay,
They're
so
not building like you were 5 years ago.
like I mentioned before, like compared to Somerville, the homes here are a little bit more pricier. But are they? What do you tell a first responder who's retiring from up here, who's looking to sell their home here and looking to purchase something down by you? A million might be a little bit too pricey for them. But what do you? Is there anything in the range of, you say, like 400 and 600,000?
In this area, no, unless you wanted to buy a resale, much older home, much smaller home. You might be able to get something, but in this area, it's kind of tough. It's really what you're looking for. I mean, I don't know everyone's financial situations. Obviously, we were very blessed with our real estate. We were, firemen, and we had our real estate careers. There's other firemen or first responders out there that have second careers and doing very well. So maybe they want that luxury property. Not saying Somerville's not luxury at all, because they're building homes in Somerville now, up to 1.5 million in this area called Midtown and Nexton. So, I mean, you can definitely get luxury there too. So don't think that, just because they're average price of 450, that you can't get a home for 1.5 million in Somerville. But I just wanted the close proximity to the downtown area, close to the beach, similar to what I had in Long Island without being in New York,
Right.
really.
Right. That's interesting. So, in closing, what are you, if someone does want to relocate down there, what would be the first step? Because as you mentioned, South Carolina has a little bit of everything. What would be the first step for them to do so, especially if they have a home to sell first? What would be the first step?
So the very first step, and I mentioned this last week, is have all your ducks in a row. Make sure you contact a licensed realtor. You can contact one of us. We can gladly go by your home, give you an estimate of value, and also give you an estimate of what your net would be after walking away, after all your closing costs would be. So you have an idea what kind of money you're going to be taking down to your new location. Also, I would also call a lender either from here or a lender in New York that does loans in South Carolina, and I would find out financially what you're able to afford for a new home purchase based on your current income, be based on your current assets, and based on what money you're going to walk away with on the sale of your home in New York. What do you actually qualify for? Because that's really a determining factor of where you would like to go, where you can go. If you can afford 1.5 million, hey, come down to Mount Pleasant. It's beautiful. You'll be so much happy. You'll be really happy here. If you're approved for say 450, then we have to explore some other areas, some other options. Like Somerville's a great option. That's why a lot of people are flocking over there. And as far as Somerville goes, I showed you the drop in average sale price in Charleston. In Berkeley County, it hasn't dropped. It dropped by like $3,000. So it hasn't dropped much at all because of all the building that's going on there right now. So a lot of great opportunity. And plus, you get an option to get in that ground level. So a new neighborhood that has 100 homes built out of 2,500, you can get it at the ground level at a great price and see your equity just skyrocket.
Right, right. Awesome. Well, if you guys want to contact us, if you have any further questions, and or if you want to watch that Somerville video, you can visit our YouTube channel also, which I'm going to link in the comment section of this video. You can watch the YouTube channel, the archives there. We go over Somerville and what to expect there, and stuff like that. So be sure to watch that. Or if you want to contact us, you can contact us by visiting heroreload.com, heroreload.com. That's heroreload.com. Our numbers are right here. 833 Top Hero, or you can contact Chris DeCanchuk directly at 516 318 2926. And Chris, a lot of things going on in this world, man. Let's just be very happy and very grateful that we live in the U.S. because
Absolutely.
a lot of stuff going on. As bad as the U.S. Situation is now with inflation and stuff like that, we still have it pretty good.
Yeah, and listen, I don't want to make you guys jealous or anything like that, but after this long webinar, I'm going to take a ride to the beach and put out my beach chair
God bless
and
you.
maybe get a little tan because it's beautiful out today.
God bless you, brother. And listen, I'll see you. I'll see you next week.
All right, guys. See you later.
Take care.